coon knew. You know JC using that.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. URLTV.tv. It was UM5, the semifinal / the one-off battles. This your boy 2eiies. What up, Snubbo?
Gang, what up with you?
You already know, man. We're gonna start with Ryder versus Slade. Ryder versus Slade. Um, my prediction or whatnot was Ryder. You know what I mean? As far as experience, being able to rap. You know what I'm saying? Back to back and things like that. Figure Slade would hit. You know, what I'm saying the heavier punches, things like that. Um, how did that round one turn out for you, Snub? Ryder started off. He started the battle off. He
Yeah,
went first.
I expected Ryder to feel slighted because Slade made this the campaign of before the battle was telling Ryder and everybody who interviewed him, you don't punch like the old Ryder. I ain't scared of nothing you got. Like lately, the last couple of years, I ain't really scared of that. Came out, more energy, more aggression than he usually have, and punching. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I'm saying I like this sped up delivery, like his sped up pace. Like instead of trying to let it sit, he was on it. Stream glitched on me for about 10 to 12 seconds, so I ain't gonna lie. I did miss something.
Okay. And what you thought about Slade first round?
Oh, man, he come out. So first, let me get the right. What he say? When I wrote for the haymaker on the first watch thing, is the moment was I slapped the drug dealer out of you and make him work for me. Shout out to Jay Murray, everybody flipping this ball. You know what I'm saying? Not, you know what I'm saying? But gee, that set the room on fire after having all of them, you know what I'm saying, punches. I said, he looking very comfortable. He looking like the URL veteran. Let's see if Slade looking like the URL rookie, sophomore, or if he looking like the URL right. Came out and did his thing, man. We all know what you did with that white girl. And then when it told everything in front of police, I said, wow, G, that was a great flip. Just for your whole, you just summed all that up like that. And he went to work, G. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Phil at the pool hall, he had a custom stick. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Phil at the pool hall, that bar. He was comfortable, presence, fine. But I think he just ended it too short. It wasn't enough for me.
Wasn't enough for you.
He Ryder first round, so I had Ryder with a 10-9 round. He up one.
Wow.
What you got?
I had Ryder with the slight edge. Y'all ain't ready to see it, but right here in the corner, I get Ryder with the slight edge. For the first.
I did because if you watch Ryder all the way out, they all out. They was doing their thing, and then it's like he left 30 seconds or something. Felt like on the tape.
I just ain't think mine. It wasn't about the time. It wasn't about the time material. It was just like to me, he just ain't have enough as far as the material. But mine ain't far as 30 seconds. I'm just saying, far as what he had, it was like, I got Ryder with a slight edge.
I can't wait till they drop this battle. I want to look at the time and on. I bet you when you get to that bar, you're gonna see like, man, he went short as hell there first. Like, that's how I felt. Or either or maybe he ain't have enough, like you said, because that's what I put to at the end. Said fire. He was fire all the way out, but not enough. He needed more material. And I thought he left time on. Could be me. Okay. I was appreciating the festivities for the day. But I had Ryder up one round. And it wasn't the edge. It's like a kind of clip. I ain't having the edge. I just had it like a 10-9. You know who had the 10, you know who had the 9. But Slade was fire.
Okay. Second round. What you thought of that second round? Once again, it's Ryder versus Kid Slade.
I think his battle. Second was a little lighter than his first, but he was still cooking, G. You know what I'm saying? Talking all that plug talk when I got a Jack Boy with me. Yeah, the dope second, but it just wasn't.
Who you talking about right now?
Ryder for a second.
For Ryder, right? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, if I say but a little lighter than the first, still cooking, and then he had to talking all that plug talk, knowing I got a Jack Boy with me. You know what I'm saying? I like that for because everybody gonna attack them for being around Goonies and that, even though Slade didn't. I don't believe. You know what I'm saying? It was solid. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, Slade, You might have a chance, you know what I'm saying, to make this 1-1. Let's see what you got. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about Ryder's second round first before I say something?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I
Go
get
ahead.
Slade, right? You know what I'm saying? He had the lining the silk on the inside of a casket, like I'm lining the silk on.
Mm-hmm.
Another dope flip to it. You know what I'm saying? When I said heat it up and then stop. And he had the whole Regina Boondocks, Regina King. I get all you little niggas a voice. Like I was like, he just did enough to edge out that round to me. But it
Slade,
felt
Slade or
like
Ryder?
Slade. Slade. I felt like he knew he was down one. You know what I'm saying?
All
That's
right.
just my opinion. I felt he did enough to get that round.
I agree with what you said about Ryder. Gee, to me, what I got Ryder as far as like a cool round. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't good, great, dope.
Yeah.
It was a cool round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
As for me, this was Slade's best round of his three
So far.
rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
Okay.
this
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Slade good,
Yeah.
great, best round far as Kid
Yeah.
Slade.
And Ryder
That's what I got.
is first.
I got him taking the second clear. That's why when you like, yeah, that's what I'm like, I got him taking this. I got Kid Slade taking the second one clear.
Okay. Okay. Hey, and I had Ryder taking the first clear. You in the edge, but hey, as long as we end up at a 1-1, I guess ain't nothing wrong with that.
Talk to me about that third. How you think of that third?
I said this is what I put for Ryder. Dope, but left the dope. Like I felt like this is a beatable round. Like it was good, but it was like, yeah, your first is your best. That's what I was thinking in the third. Your first round was your best. He just went on like a kind of a decline.
What you thought about Slade third?
Did just enough to close it out, boy. He lucky that Ryder did what he did because that neither one of them thirds is I don't really they wasn't it for me, but I liked a little bit more Slaves. So I got him edging the battle 2-1 because of the edge I had in the second one. But if
Ah,
somebody got a 2-1 Ryder edge, but if anybody got a 2-1 clear on either side, I ain't gonna believe it. It's like because I know to me in my opinion, Ryder got the first, Slade got the second, and both of their thirds weren't really that, but Slade got to close it because he went last, and then he was a little bit more exciting, even though they probably had about the same to me kind of material. Wow, it's like everything else that he brings to the table, kind of like he got that. Maybe if he'd have went first in that third and Ryder would have went second, if Ryder, you know what I'm saying, it could be looked at that way, but that's just how I felt. It's like I felt like Ryder left the door open. That's just my feeling. I'm like, you ain't got to do a lot to win this. And then he wasn't doing enough. And I'm like, is he going to even win this? And then he picked it up. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, he got it. He closed it on out. He did his thing. But also what I left thinking was, Ryder let you escape. You're going to have to punch more. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole battle, you want to have more of like what you had in your second. I ain't saying every round got to be a second because we know Rumney and Danny for their seconds and Rock for his seconds, and you know what I'm saying. Certain people for their first and third. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand that, but I need them that first to be stronger, and I need that third to be stronger. Rather let you escape, in my opinion, because you win off the intangibles when that third round. When y'all won one and both of y'all thirds counted, you kind of won off them intangibles. All you need was one good big 1 or 2 room rockers, and I was like, yeah.
All right, this is how I looked at the third. You know what I'm saying? Ryder or whatnot. He started off. He was acting like Kid Slade. I
Mm-hmm.
wish he would have gave me a little bit more of that. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that down. He had a talk to a P bar, audio engineering or whatnot. And Kid
Yeah, of
Slade.
course you know about that. You're an audio engineer. I forgot what sound making it sound good. You're an audio engineer. Yeah, I remember them. I ain't write them down.
Slade, see for me, and then Slade, you know what I'm saying? He had a good round. So I got debatable. I don't have a winner for the third. But I disagree when people say like, uh, the round wasn't what like you how you was just saying, that's why I let you go. Cause you was like, you know what I'm
I
saying, the
did
round really
say I
didn't have
needed
nothing
to
in
lean
this
on him
and that and
so
that
he
and
won.
this. That's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I disagree. I think they had both of them had good thirds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, this it wasn't like, don't get me wrong, it wasn't
I
like
put it like, let me
great.
say it
It
like this,
wasn't
big.
great or explosive, but it was like good thirds as a
Let
battle.
me
Like, man,
let me rephrase it by saying this. In my opinion, Ryder gave me a crazy first, Slade gave me a crazy second, and their thirds was just cool. It was good.
right,
And I just felt like
good.
Slade was a little bit better. And then his
Mm.
intangibles make it look like it's way better. Meaning the personality, the stage presence, the voice, and the delivery. And he got to go last. That's what I was trying to say. Like, so it's like, I only watched it once. I don't want to see this. Is what I don't want to do. Just definite got Slade because I made sure I write my notes for how I'm feeling when I first watched it, and that's why I put left the door open. Meaning it's good, but it's beatable. Then it came in, closed it out. I ain't write nothing else. I just put left the door open and closed it out. But I only saw it once, and I ain't take notes.
I only saw it once too, but and I don't say, but I got that third being debatable though. But I think I think it was like I said, both of them had good thirds to where like some people they thirds
So it
be
got like
dry,
2-1 edge
dry
either
cut
way.
off stuff
Take it
like that.
2-1
But it's
edge.
like them, they had thirds to where it's like, man, that's what I'm talking about. You brought a good third
Good,
round.
good,
You
good,
know what I'm
good,
saying?
bro. But
Or
the first and
whatnot.
that second from each opponent kind of had me
Yeah.
expecting like one of
I
them
feel,
to do something,
I feel if
and
they
neither.
would have flipped them and built you up that way, you probably been, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I
yeah,
got you. But yeah, so
yeah.
I got it. Yeah, it's 2-1 either way on some real stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Got Slade though.
They had Slade, you know what I'm saying? Even the fan votes had Slade 2,700 to Ryder 1,800, things like that.
Yeah,
So, you
but
know
it's
what I'm
only
saying?
62% for Slade. That I like that. That's like a 6 out of 10.
62 and
6 out
38.
of 10. You know what I'm saying? 6 out of 10 people got him. It's like, well, shit. One more person with it, it'd have been a 5-5. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it. That's
But
fire
yeah,
though.
definitely good battle. Definitely good
Good battle.
battle. You know what I'm saying? Then they made an announcement for Gnome,
Mm-hmm.
um, Danny versus Nun Nun. They had announced that. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk about that later. But then we went to Your Honor versus Steams. Snub, Your Honor versus Steams. What went wrong with this battle,
Both
Snub?
y'all ass whack as like that fan said. Nah, this is not. I say this. I don't think Steams is well received in bigger rooms, in closed environments where it's just MCs there listening to hanging on every word. It's his more, you know what I'm saying? It's more of his speed. And he don't never look comfortable. It's like you can see his nerves. Your Honor's so comfortable, he do what he want to do. He ain't bringing nothing in that first and didn't care. He
And
just
who?
made sure it rhymed and he got it through it without choking. Because I really only can remember 2 rounds. I'm sorry, y'all.
And he rapped long, and he definitely
Yeah.
rapped longer.
Hey, smart man.
What was Steams talking about?
Gee, in my opinion, I lost
Salute
steam.
to them. Let me say first off, salute to Your Honor, salute to Steams. You know what I'm saying? Um, I ain't no,
I'm gonna sum this up by saying this
I
twice.
can't do
This is one of their
no
worst
round
battles.
breakdown
They both
on
had a
this.
worst battle versus each other, and it was worse. It was a bad battle.
Yeah,
It's one of the bad battles, like performances I've seen from Steam. It's one of the bad performances I've seen for Giannis. They happen to have it the same day versus each other. I'm trying to be political. It was ass.
I had Yana getting the first.
Mm-hmm.
I had Yana getting the second or whatnot.
Hey,
See, because
thanks,
he
man.
had a better a
Thank
few
you for doing
hitters.
that. You tell
Steams
them thank you
had
for
a
doing
lot
that.
of
You saved me. Thank you for being ass. You saved me.
yeah,
That was
yeah, yes. You heard yes.
intangibles, G. It's the personality. When he said that, it just felt like he controlling the battle. We laughing. That's good. That's the highlight of the battle. Damn, they're laughing and stuff like that.
Steams had a lot of Rex and Dot Mob bars.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to where it's like he's supposed to battle Rex, and he didn't, and he just used that material.
Yeah. Well, he hate
Like a
that mob.
lot. Like he had a lot in that
Well,
second. Probably like the whole second.
the face off too.
Couple more jabs in the third.
Yeah.
Your
Who did you
Honor
have winning?
third. Your Honor third. Why do I got laugh on my ass off? What he freestyle? What he doing the third? Just freestyle the third whole third or something? I can't remember what he
I don't
did the
even remember.
third, but I do got Stings taking the third though.
So you got 2-1 Yana.
Yeah, I had 2-1 Yana. whatnot. One first watch, only watch, and that's gonna be it. And all on that one.
That's funny that you say that. Look, on my paper I put 2-1, never watching again. 2-1 Yana, I got the
Salute,
Y8.
salute to them though. The fan vote here, Your Honor, 1,500 to Sting's
Not them.
500.
This battle again.
You know what I'm saying? Um, then we get to None versus Old Red. None versus Old Red.
Now, this
None.
battle
Go
that you
ahead.
tell me more about, I was on a food run and I was listening to it while I was driving. So I see it like a lot of the performances. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I hear someone be woo, and the crowd go, and I look down to see, but I done missed them all. But I heard the whole battle. I just didn't get to watch, like actually visualize.
Okay, so this is how for me when it comes to this battle. Good battle, you know what I'm saying? I expected more. None. He needed to change some of his cadence, sounds. He was almost starting to sound like just a run-on sentence. The crowd got restless in the third with him. You know what I'm saying? When it come to Old Red,
Second, he was getting Aggie. In the third, they got arrested.
you
It
know
was
what I'm
every time.
saying? When it come to Old Red, you know what I'm saying, for or whatnot, I got on here. It's almost like, you know what I mean. He really wrote all his stuff last night because he started off with the face-off stuff, with the board and all this and this and that, and it seemed as
But
though he was freestyling and he pretty much just wrote it for the rest of the battle. That's what I got on
been
here, my
watching
opinion.
Old Red since Block City before he battled on you already, when he battled Rosenberg and other people. He's very great at doing that.
And that's what he did. He talked
And
about
that's
them
what
robbing him. He talked
when
about
you
them
say that,
robbing
G,
him. He did have some. Okay, he did talk about them. Felt like them robbing him. You know what I mean? So he had that little material. But majority to me, the majority of his stuff seemed like he had just put that thing together last night,
he had
and
speed, 4 bars and 8 bars and punches and all that, but he didn't have it all together. So he just reached for it as he was.
as,
And it was points where he's just about to fall off and he'll get it back, G.
get it back.
I'm like, did he just write this or did he make the face-off seem like that?
I
Because he
promise you.
controlled the face-offs too. Because he said, "Oh no, that one Professor Red, that was therapist Red."
That therapist read.
But I could do it,
Knowing that
Professor
was
Red.
Professor Shine,
You can't
every
do that.
it's
No,
automatic.
exactly. Knowing the whole time, G. That's what I thought too. I said, nah, this coming off too well written.
To where
You know
he
what I'm saying?
needed
But
something
then,
to put together. He need, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He just went to Family Dollar out there, got the board with the marker, wrote. You see how it look. That's how you know it's like, yeah. He,
Shout out to you for doing it. If you can
for real,
remember it and
for
pull it
real.
off.
For real.
Don't do it no more though, because you're one of the people that be choking, and we rooting for you, Red. But 1-0 in my mind from listening to it, I hit a 1-0 Red after the first round because I wasn't watching. I couldn't look at the chat. I was driving.
I'm just gonna say, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I had none taking this battle. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't
So
know the I don't know the round. I don't know the
I
rounds right
remember.
now or whatnot. But the reason I have none is because of what I said as far as Old Red, how he, you know what I'm saying?
But it was fire. Well, I gotta watch it again because I only
The
missed.
delivery, I don't say it's like it could have been
Like I
tightened up.
said,
It could have
right
been
when you
tightened
thought
up
he was
more.
about to fall off and it's about to get cringe, he'll find a way to pick it back up. So maybe you didn't like hey man, this battle
He
ain't
didn't.
smooth.
It wasn't tight as it could have been. The
Yeah, he didn't
delivery,
have you. He didn't have you
delivery of
engaged.
it and stuff like
He didn't
that.
have you engaged like you're supposed to be.
You
Because
know what I'm saying?
sometimes people can
That's
knock
why I
off
say
the
it was.
battle
It was.
rap.
I was sitting there
You know,
like this. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, I see. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you
he was
freestyling this.
doing this,
What's
doing this
next?
face a little bit. And
What's
okay.
next? Oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? You thinking that you going like, okay, that's why for me it was yeah. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave
Would
that
you have
like
been
that.
mad if it was
But I
eight? Would you
will
have been
once it
mad if
come
it
out.
was 8?
I
You
am
would have
gonna watch it
been mad.
again. Now I will say with that battle, I will watch it again when they drop it. I am gonna watch it
Yeah.
again and let y'all know what I'm saying,
I felt
who
like
I
the
really
crowd
got
had
going.
red or something. That's how I
Huh?
was feeling. It was feeling like the crowd had red because it went like as I'm listening to the bars and the inadequate and all of that. And then I'm at the store, I'm in the line, I'm like, Man, that ain't no triple
The
entendre.
fan
No.
votes had none winning.
Oh, okay.
On the fan vote in the chat, they
Because
had
why was
none
he
winning.
complaining so much that he made me feel like he was losing or something?
They had him winning. You know what I'm
What the
saying?
fuck? Y'all come to see a battle or something, man? What y'all come in for, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all. I was like, bro, never do that. Because guess
Yeah,
what? I couldn't
cause
hear them, but it knocked him off. But I couldn't hear them. Just keep rapping.
yeah, that's all he had to do. Yeah, just keep rapping. But yeah, that's why I say
Yeah.
they got restless. Because once again, like
Yeah.
I said, he was almost like a run-on sentence. It was nothing. He didn't change anything. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like he was just rapping. Salute him, but he was just rapping. You know what I'm saying? But I had him with that. I still had him all because O'Red just ain't had that thing together. Even though I seen
So
what he
one
was
of them
doing.
felt polished and one of them felt a little, it wasn't unorthodox. It was like it was raggedy. I could tell you put this project together last night because you just remember you had a project. I could only give you a C because of how great you got it, pulled it off. But looking, if I break down the details of this, it's a little
It's
sketchy.
like I'm gonna give you a C, and I'm giving you a C plus.
Okay, okay, I see what you're saying. I gotta see it though. I ain't
You
gonna lie. I heard
understand?
it.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because like I say, none. Like I said, how he sent it was just like boom. You know what I'm saying? And I see why
yeah.
they got restless. But
Because
then
look,
when it come
I
to
didn't see the
red, it's just
board when it
like
initially got put up. Because once again, I'm driving, right? I hit him go crazy. I reach down. Then I see the board. And I'm like, because in my mind, I'm like, he doing the same shit he always do. Why is they going so crazy? Oh, because he did it like Professor Red. Because I remember when they don't be catching, he like, because when that's always been red for like 10 years. So when they going crazy, I'm like, what happened? Did he dress up or something? Because I thought he was Professor. I look and I see, oh no, he told Debo, hold that book or whatever.
hold
And
it.
I'm
He
like,
told Debo to hold it. Yeah.
yeah. And me grab phone, what's going on? Because they all laughing. Then I see it and I said, how clever of him to do the same thing and just have something to have you visualize it better. Like, because when he's doing that, he's holding lecture as a rapper in his mind. But he has, all right, let me put the professor code on. I have to really paint pictures for y'all for real visual. And then now when I do it, if I had a board, adequate, and you know what I'm saying? And now they're going, because you know why? That lets me know too. Battle rap crowds don't be catching some of that dope shit. They just go where everybody else go. Everybody, they know on that fourth one is, oh, because it's inadequate. Like, oh, you ain't even letting them break it down. You just want to listen again.
Another thing, reason why I had none, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? He had some rebuttals too. Not saying
Okay.
rebuttals win what you call, but like I said,
They hit?
C and a C plus.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
All right, we out for this. Let me
I'm
finish
trying
it
to think of
on.
other things that to reason why. But yeah, he had some dope, some couple of three of them things and stuff like that up in
I'll
that
review.
super
We'll review it
trash.
again. We'll watch it again.
You know what I'm
Let it drop.
saying? Then they went to the UM5, one of the semifinals battles. They didn't go to quote unquote what the main event or the
Yeah, that's right.
last one off. She versus JC. She
Mm-hmm.
versus JC. Um, what did you think of the battle?
I think it was a dope battle and it was a close battle. As a JC fan, I was on the edge of my seat, and he just might have pulled it off again, like in a head ice battle. But sometimes you get away with it, but you don't get away with it. That's what I was like feeling throughout the battle. Because I think it was Sheed second where he gave me some of that true fold. Like, oh, see how this man showed up. We go Vegeta.
That was that sweet Jesus bot. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, no, that whole round.
No, I'm just
That
saying that
whole,
was the round with the
oh,
sweet
okay.
Jesus in it. That was that second.
Right. He left Earth. It's like he went up, like, in that second round, he went up, upstairs. He's like, hey, Daylight, we'll let you in. He's like, yeah, he's supposed to be up here. He was up there with them, for real.
Can you say she dropped the ball, Snub?
Nah, because it's 2 weeks and you can only get out what you know what I'm saying, do and rehearse and remember and put that thing together very well.
Snubbo. Talking
So
about that third. When it comes to she talking about JC and being a drug addict. Do you think that was how he dropped the ball? Me myself, I think that's how he dropped the ball. I think if he just kept on doing what he was doing, it's
I
like that's
always gonna say this. We don't like certain angles if they don't hit. if you're super fire and original and creative with it, we gonna always give you that. It just wasn't that, is what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, like we always say, if you're gonna go to those angles that have been done before and all of that, you better have a unique way and you better rock the room, or guess what? You're just wasting material and wasting.
Soon as he opened his mouth in that third and said drugs, the chat automatically lit up on no, what are you doing?
Because
This and that.
guess what, 2eyes?
That's
Is that a
JCG.
fact or is that a battle rap joke?
Right.
Nobody's
You know
seen
what I'm
this
saying?
man ever do. So we like, no, we don't have time
We
to,
don't have
because a
time
joke
for that.
happened, we going. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I feel like he dropped the ball.
Unless it's super fire. You can change people's mind if it's super fire. It was not that. You got to be super fire. Because guess what? We've heard all the fire versions of it, even when they did it, even though we don't want to hear them. Or no matter what an angle is, an overdone angle, you better be super fire. Because I'm pretty sure somebody who was super fire inspired you to want to do it.
You gotta understand. So far, it's hard for these people of his level to get that off. And you think a newbie fit get that? They gonna let a newbie get that off? They not gonna let.
Yeah.
That's why I say he. I feel like he dropped the ball, even writing it, even
Yeah.
strategizing that as his strategy. Like, okay, then the third, I'm fit. No, what I'm saying is like that shouldn't even.
Right.
No, what I'm saying
Now,
even came to.
if you had a, like you said, a round where that just was coming to you and you knew like, nah, I gotta say this for the third. When you know it's dope, like forget if they don't like the angle, the material, and the way I put it together, they're gonna like it because this is crazy.
It's
That's
great.
what I be saying.
Ha,
Sometimes it be crazy enough where you
you
like, wow,
right. Head Ice, perfect example. Head Ice second.
yeah,
No, I'm saying my bad.
creative,
Head Ice
unique,
second.
and
Perfect.
had everybody laughing and joking. Like you have to. I just seen that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unless you're gonna bring the dope man to you with you, like you know what I'm saying, with a picture of y'all shopping or a video or something, like this is fake. But
Yeah.
at least Head Ice was like, well, I heard you. If you're looking for that,
Yeah.
because I don't know what you do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know what you do. They
Yeah.
say you're on drugs, but I don't know what you do. Ain't nobody ever pointed. All right, I can agree with that. Okay, so what you gonna do? Is it this? Is it that? Is it this? As a JC fan, I was like, he got this. I don't care what you say because this is just too creative.
Too
Unless you got,
creative. You right, Snub. You right. You
yeah.
right. So I take that back when I say
I don't want to
Fonz
hear you talking about Danny
the
Kids
what's it
unless you better
called.
than Mike P's round. If
Yeah,
not, just
he should just been
just
more
bring it out,
creative.
ball it
You know
up,
what I'm
and throw
saying?
it away.
So yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. I so who you get the battle to though? Even with the what I said
It's
about the
close.
third.
I got JC in the first. I got Sheed in the second. And for me, you said everything I said. But I'm a biased JC fan. That's why I'm like, come on, G. Nobody saw smoking drugs. G. He looks fine now. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, we can't keep just making up angles. That's what I'm saying. Like, it gotta come from something. Like, if you do, it gotta be creative. So I didn't like. That's what I'm trying to say. She was a dope rapper, but I didn't feel the angle, and it wasn't overwhelming enough.
I can agree to
JC
that.
squeaked out of there. You squeaked out of there, JC. I'm being real.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying?
If she would have brought that
But
third,
salute to JC, man. He advanced though. So I still gotta salute to him because no matter what, he still advanced, you know what I'm saying, to be on known for the 100K. You know what I'm saying? Salute to
and I
She.
just shout out to She because he's fighting that man, JC, his fans, his tenure in battle rap. He was fighting all in that third round once he made it 1-1. We was already waiting to
Yeah,
not give you
that's why I say he dropped
JC.
the ball
So
because you
don't
know
just
what I'm
hand it
saying?
in like 2eyes say. Don't just say he out. There's a
Yeah.
reason for y'all to say we don't want him. Because I think that's what most people doing. I'm gonna be honest. Because that battle real close. Some people enjoy that. They feel like that. That's the angle on him. We enjoy it.
Mm.
So, but I got 2-1 JC first and the third. Shout out She, dope tournament, raise your stock. Let's get that bill collector battle going.
And the fan votes was 4K JC, 1500 She. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, we know it's gonna be that.
Then they
We
announced
those votes first.
another gnome announcement after that. It was Easy the Block Captain versus Goods. Finally going down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Um, then we went to Fonz versus Swamp. Fonz versus Swamp. the winner of this one also will be facing JC for that
Oh my
bread,
bad.
for that 100K on. How you feel about that battle, Snub? Fonz versus Swamp, man.
Let me just say this. And I apologize to somebody else a fan of us since they hit the URL saying versus Young. Because I always said out that whole class, he was the one. I did that for about 2.5 years. He went through his rough times, and like a fake bandwagon fan, I jumped off instead of supporting him and staying behind. Pause. And I just want to say, gee, I still feel that way. Remember I told you, boy, Swamp was in that tournament. Like, no, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, gee, he don't got to do that. He's all that. You like Ace is in there? I said, yeah, because he's doing interviews all the time. Swamp has proved it. I used to always use that. And I ain't gonna lie, G, you got a smile on my face. You can see it. JC, I've been watching JC since is it either Mac Myron or Ill Will? I saw one of those first on Mike Murder's TV, and
Mac Myron.
then I saw him on like Animal House or something in Detroit, and I started watching. But yeah, so it's like proud of both of them, G. Two of my favorites. I think maybe I'm right again. 2 eyes on Swamp.
You had
And I would
Swamp
take
beating Fonz? I ain't asked you about Swamp versus JC, nigga.
do we have to talk about it?
Yes. Do you have
This is
Swamp
what I
beat
did. And I
Fonz?
said, oh, my bad. Let me put this back down. My fault.
What Fonz went wrong at, G?
Some of the, I think it was some of the flips. And I don't know, G. I feel like the way Swamp attacks is different. It's like, I'm either telling you about my life and why you shouldn't mess with me and dispelling what you're saying against me, or talking about you. And I feel like some good rappers, sometimes we make something that's fire and we just be throwing it in to try to do something. I felt like somebody wasn't as creative. I think his third round was super fire, and what else
You talking about Fonz?
was it second? Was it his second?
Who?
For fun. Because I
Fonz.
felt like, to me, I got got a fact, I think I got notes or something.
Right,
What I got?
because you talk, right? Because you
Oh,
jumping
hold
back
on,
and
hold
you
on,
jumping back and forth,
hold
man.
on.
Stay on
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Stay on
I
track.
just realized I had notes for the other battles too. I'm like, damn, I'm going off my mind. Fonz came, you know what I'm saying? He had, like the flips. You clicking, you know what I'm saying? You was clicking against Wed, Cuz Wed page, but I'm a different domain. We in the fold, you're gonna say URL page not found. You know what I'm saying? Those the South Calculac, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother too, but I came to neighbor on fire, the UTI bars fire G. It's just that revival bar. He had Swamp had the sentimental, but the revival bar, the last battle, it was page this. He just did a page and page that. Nigga flipped page too fast and read me wrong. Like that was like, might want to. I hope you ain't got too many page flips. Because that's kind of, he beat the guy that was doing it and he dispelling it with, you know what I'm saying? It's like he was writing against Nitty. What happened with Nitty? You know what I'm saying? Like when he's saying stuff that ain't got nothing to do with you, it's still for us. Page this, page read me wrong. He's programming you to say, all right, remember what the last dude did, and he better than him. He been saying that since the face off. He had the you know what I'm saying, the Chris Brown scheme, you know what I'm saying? Because how he performed at Chris Brown house. He just tried to just dispel that. That was ass to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody should have just said that to you at F Chris Brown house. You know what I'm saying? Even though he said he was mad and salty in interviews. Y'all know the outcome if this happened in land. Them landlines was landed. I said he's taking everything away from Nitty. That's how I felt. And I was just like, the energy, the presence, the battle. He felt like he had more of a confidence battle was that. G, I don't know, G. It's like the glow. When a player in that zone, you like, I don't know. Steph looking like he gonna be, in that first quarter and drop 18. That's just how it felt like. Yeah. All right. What you got, Fonz? How you feel about that first? I forgot I had notes for a lot of these.
No, I kind of agree with you when it comes to that first. I just feel like, man, I think I don't know what Fonz got to do, but it's almost I ain't gonna say if you seen one Fonz, you seen all Fonz.
And that see now when I say I like what he put on the chef stuff, when he put on the Fonzie, I like that because he give himself a theme to do with what I'm doing because I'm so good at this. That first round felt like I'm gonna be dope, but I'm gonna just give you that because I know you probably don't come out on fire to me. That's how I felt. I'm like, this the whole round. Look, sure yourself. I said to myself that second and third must be fire. And then
Then
like
he
I
had to
thought,
stumble too in that second.
oh yeah, see we get to the second. We're on the second now. Yeah, you right. He had the 5 heart piece ball page up and assist with a sweeper, then the slip up. Then it made the alienate you by that was fired. They didn't receive it well because it was the rhythm. He knocked our battle rap rhythm off when you slip up or you choke and stuff, stumble and all that. You know what I'm saying? He had the Shawshank Redemption hammer in the Bible. Lieutenant Dan, lose your legs, defending the country, nigga. That was fire. Eyes on top of swamp. That's a gator lurking. That was fire. I don't care. I don't care who you with. Owl, not just Owl, but Owl. Get your partnership with Drake. That's caffeine. With a Drake, that's caffeine. That was fire. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, you might get this round. What you was thinking about it? No, he had to slip up. I was thinking it'd be really slip up. So I'm like, so I already.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
The
Then,
swamp is stumble prone too. You know,
mm-hmm.
got a lot of slip ups, chokes.
But not in this tournament.
Fortunately, this boy is well prepped. Gee, he said the future album cover flip. Everybody use it on side. I Never Liked You. That's the name of his album. But he said was sleeping by himself on the couch like the album cover. Oh, that was dope to add on to it because everybody gonna say Future. I never liked. You know what I'm saying? I'll put hands on your chest like the 762 will knock an OZ out of Fonz. Then I lead with the FNG.
Mm-hmm.
I said you stumble and he just dropped that. You know what I'm saying? All the ATL duct tape records flip too. I like that. I know he used that because he's in Atlanta. So I know probably around the world because they older. Ollie Boy duct tape. Nobody remember that. They used to be terrorizing Atlanta, kidnapping dudes, beating them up, all types of stuff. Them dudes. But I know y'all wondering how many landlines I got. More than at your granny house. Yeah. I said, oh, this is getting dark. But then he put the nail in the coffin, G, for the landlines. And that's so funny what I'm saying that, pun intended. You cross me, I throw a cross in the land. That's a cemetery. Tournament over for Fonz already is how I'm feeling. Swamp can go short. He can have a stale round. It doesn't even matter. Because that first was undeniable for Swamp. You stumbled up in the second and had a little slip up. He's up
You
2-0.
don't think that first can be debatable?
Nope. Not in my opinion.
Fon's third was fire. He got the third, huh?
Yeah, let me see. Let me look at him. I don't want you to say that. No, he definitely get that third. Swamp went crazy in that third. You got him in the third?
I'm just checking your temperature, Snug.
Oh, okay. No, I got you know what I'm saying? He had the because he said in what he say? This was fire. Just when I thought USC niggas was Trojan fans. It's how many kids he had. Like, oh my God. But then the kids holding all that, it's like, I'm like, what was this? In that first, a little bit more. It was if you win 100K, the 100K, this gonna be your BMW. If you don't pull out page, that means you trying to trap a keeper. That was fire. I ain't gonna lie. That was fire. Hustle the floor, whip that trick ball was cool. Crowd like the more. I was like, come on. But the obituary says same nigga in real life that he was on the internet too. But to pay for the funeral, they're gonna have to sell catfish. That's a fire flip. He was never a catfish. Same obituary said same nigga in real life that he was on the internet. But to pay for the funeral, they're going to sell catfish, G. Is that an oxymoron? I don't know what to call that, G. That's just,
Right.
G, I don't know. Or is that just analogy? And oh my God, G, that's fire, G. That's
Fire.
fire. What else he had, G? Bowls on the table to get my dinner set. I had the fine china. That's fire. Free Britney Griner bar was cool. Fuck Swamp Town. I put a gate on the T. Don't matter what the funeral will cost. That was fire. But you know, the Charleston White flip was dope. First rebuttal. I sold this fat look at weed yesterday. And then smack up fast. He looked at both of them. I tell on yourself. That's what he said. Tell on yourself. Like he thinks he's gonna get it off because they don't want to say nothing. Him and Smack witness, like Smack don't witness it to my facts, man. Shut up. I like this. What do you say? That boy I stood over. Gee, what this phone say? That boy I stood over, but chose not to kill him and let him die slow. Was the last time my kindness got took for weakness. That's them old swamp lines. You know what I'm saying, G? That's so fire to me, G. That's crazy, G. He said, I can relate to JC. I had to hide my choppers and learn to smile with my mouth closed. And, you know, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new iPhone charger. Sometimes the plug came with a whole nother block. It wasn't until I put my wrist in the pot that I realized the dope was everything it's cracked up to be. I was like, dope? You mean coke? Whatever. I guess we call dope coke. Or coke dope, I guess. I think you know what he meant. Maybe he just meant to say coke, but dope. Just random. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't know nothing about that, so I heard. This is the one, G. He just had him back to back in his third, G. I was over the stove with the eyes up in my hands, looking like Doctor Strange and shit.
Yeah.
The way he acted it out, G. Oh, G. Last time and I like the shot he threw at JC, like he knew I might have to face you, so let me plant a little seed on these teeth that I'm gonna be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Last time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, choppers. But last time you came downstairs in the hoochie daddy show, go back upstairs. Gee, that's just funny, G. Like it's like you need everything in battle rap, G. It's like he kind of got all of it. He showed you he can be lyrical and he got you. And I beat Rum Nitty for you, mother. So later on down the road, you can get a proper bag for that shit. Actually, he was on it, G. So did he just 30 back to? I said, oh, no. He choked in the second. Calico be trying to get people to choke. Nah, Nitty got that second choke. 2-1 Swamp versus Nitty. Woo, he almost 30. You know what I'm saying? The number one and number three punch in the game. Back to back. 30. I don't think punchlines work against him.
Yeah, because
on this shit.
Like I said, when it comes to them, you got to be able to do more. If you could do more, you can beat them. Got a good angle, you can beat them. Stuff like that.
Julian might be in trouble, G. Like I said before, you keep on. I'm going against what you said. Of course, I want JC to win. You know what I'm saying? Swamp is winning this, G. My battle rap brain says Swamp is winning this because it's another one of the types that get JC problem. And they actually like him. I like the whole access part. Said, let me try. The country accent, let me try. And you know what's so funny? That's kind of hitting. I said, damn, that sounds like Geechee talking to Clean.
They got 3 weeks. They got 3 weeks to write.
JC said he right when he gonna play. That boy scared him. He watched it.
It's Fonz gonna do it. Let's get to the last battle main event, Snub.
What?
Nah.
What battle was that? I don't think.
Oh, you forgot about Stumbles versus Snake
Oh,
Eyes?
no. I didn't forget about it. I didn't know we had to talk about it. I thought that was going to be a special one. I'm just with you, man. I'm just messing with you.
You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it, man. Snake Eyes versus Stumbles.
What you doing? Snake Eyes.
Finally went down. Everybody know the story, things like that. It ended up being $4,000 up being put up. the belt being
Shout
put
out the
up.
fire boy. Fire!
You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. He, you know what I mean? They say if Stumbles get his material out without stumbling, respectfully.
Respectfully. But what if he fire too?
But what if he fire too? How you feel about the battle, Snub?
I'm gonna be honest. I've been watching this for a while, and I felt like this is how I felt when it started. Snake Eyes looked uncomfortable to me from battle rap eyes. I didn't know if it was excitement or what. He came out. No, he going first. He should go first. I'm the champion. I said, "Hey man, you set the bad precedent." You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could either make us be like, "Yeah, oh, he looks scared." You see what I'm saying? So, how other people felt after that, I'm like, hey, "No, we flipping." Stumbles, walks away. They act like they thought he ran or whatever. He come back through the crowd. You know what I'm saying? We get the flip. Snake Eyes wins the coin toss. From there, what are you thinking before he decides who's gonna go first?
Um, I don't. For me, I don't think Snake Eyes understood the assignment. You know what I mean? When it comes to being a villain, this is my opinion. When it comes to being a villain or whatnot,
He been
at,
loved lately.
at,
Everybody been saying he gonna whoop Stumbles. He wasn't a
no,
villain in
okay,
this.
no. This is what I mean, Snub.
Mm-hmm.
First off, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you really did muff that guy. I don't want to get back to the story, but you really, he always
Physical
said this.
contact.
He always said this. I did not touch him. He touched
Facts.
me.
Facts.
So once that's why I say he understands assignment as far as the fans, the crowd, and
Mm-hmm.
all that. That's just being real. Like, no. You really did touch him at the end of the day. So that means you got to come there ready to talk about this story,
Mm-hmm.
get these room rockers off, you know what I mean, or whatnot, and
Admit to your admit to your
show the
mistake.
reason why he shouldn't be battling you. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have put the belt up because pretty much you did
Damn, you was
everything.
thinking all of this
Listen,
before.
listen, Snub, you did everything you said you wasn't gonna do.
You
He don't
wasn't gonna
deserve
battle.
this. He don't deserve to battle me. He don't deserve this
Right.
and that. No, I'm not putting the belt up. No, this and that. But you end up turning around and getting lined up. That's how I look at it. Turned around and got lined up. Not by URL or anything, by stumbles. You got lined up by him. Cause you had to agree to do all this stuff. And
We all said,
you
why is you
ain't
battling?
complete the assignment. He really thought that this guy was gonna stumble. I really believe he thought this guy was gonna stumble, man.
So he came with what you tell me, G. What you all real one used to say? 3 complete
Complete
rounds.
round.
What happened when 3 complete rounds meet 3 fire rounds is what I always been trying to say, G. Even if they 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
people get mad when I
it's
say that.
it's like all he did. I don't know if this is true. This is just my opinion, but it's like, man, did you just go off what he did in a tournament? Did you really go and look back on some of his battles, his other battles and things like that? Did you do any type
So
of
what you're saying
homework?
is he stumbled in 70% of his
Mm,
battles. Did you go watch the 30% when he didn't stumble? He's like, no, because 70%
yeah,
of the times he's going to stumble.
yeah, and then it's like go off the material, and then it's like, man, just how this your return. This is a big opportunity for him as well. What makes you think? Know what I'm saying? Or whatnot?
Yeah.
The
As a
crowd, the
battler, you're
crowd.
supposed to think you're the
This not
best,
a
and I
midnight
think you take
madness
that too
crowd.
literal.
This not a midnight madness crowd. So when it comes to like the
He's
bullying
been
and
here.
all that,
He's been here. Caffeine knows him. Even though he's been stumbling. Oh yeah, they go dude named Stumbles who be stumbling. You just welcome back to URL to the pre-caffeine fans, but to the caffeine
it's
fans who's
it's like this guy is like a your honest, respectfully. He's entertaining. We know you right. We know him. You know what I'm saying?
but you should know that he can rap because you know who he is. You know he can rap. Like the fans that got beat up, even though he wasn't completing his rounds, we know talent when we see it and hear it. And if they ever get it together, and I know people, if they ever get it together, they're gonna beat those 3 solid complete rounds. Always. What's so special about 3 solid complete rounds? Then he might give you 3 complete rounds, but they always very, very dope or very dope.
Right, it's bombs and haymakers in there.
Mm-hmm.
Room rockers, roof explosions. But yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so what? How was Stumble to you? How was Stumble to you in this
We're
battle?
gonna start out here. Last time I brought my 40 with me. This time brought that same 40. I didn't lose nothing. I'm just a victor. So this time about that same trusted 40. Nothing new for this. I tell you what, you touch me tonight, Meek Mill gonna have to tell you and Tony's story. That's within his first 4 bars.
That's when I'm like, okay,
this gonna be a
might
dope
be
battle.
in trouble.
Yeah, I was like, hey, if you got this and you finna go police around, let's see where we going from here. It was like, because that's your opener. Y'all think Snake made art? Slavery talk. Eyes ain't do nothing.
Eyes ain't do nothing. Yeah.
Everybody back battle Snake Eyes. He hit him with the slavery talk. Eyes ain't do nothing. Nothing about it being crooked right there. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Just something nobody ever did, and nobody ever did because even if that situation didn't happen that we ain't trying to speak on, anybody could say that since Tone became his manager. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill gonna have to tell you and Tony's story. Anybody could have used that, but he did. You know what I'm saying? But you know what's worse? When you get shot and it keeps raining, I think he should have said it twice. Because like when it rains, your bones hurt, right? But you know what's worse? When you get shot, it looks 2 eyes and it keeps raining and it keeps raining. And because how he be doing, I'm like, ooh, if he'd have did that, that would have been fire. Because it's rain, the bullets rain. I like, you know what I'm saying? But he say, the fuck is up? You put your hands on me, pussy. Toughen up, fucking chump. My whole family got asthma. I brought a pump and another pump and another pump and another. Look, he said, on God, this is a point faster than when he stumbles when he fucking up. Like, G. Shout out to another cut. You use, man. And he had a little self-admittance on, I know I've been messing up. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to make a joke on it with me with y'all. So if he comes with me, that's all you do. Guess what, then? I'm going to make a moment out of what I do. And then, you know what I'm saying? Look, when I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's dope. It correlates to everything he writes. You know what I'm saying? But what do you say? Niggas with me, in wheelchairs, real niggas. Gee, I will stump you to look out for them. And we saw how they got down, so that's what made it just be like, gee, the way they friends like that, gee, is like, hey, man, I don't know, man. Hey, when they say, hey, what's gonna happen to you when you in them streets and something happen to you, you ain't never walk again. Ain't none of them is gonna be by you. You're like, no, I know some real niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel when I see it. But yeah, you know what's bad? You know what I'm saying? You only seen half of what happened, respectfully. That's the eye joint that I'm gonna hit you in this first one. That's the real eye joint that I'm gonna hit you. And guess what? He didn't know what was happening because his eye messed up when we said the situation, you know what I'm saying, was going on. So it's like, dang, he ain't even really like making fun of that or nothing. He just rapping and throwing you in and little shit. It's like, man, gee. All right, man. Okay, Stumbles.
Give you real rap. You know what it is.
And you ain't gonna like this from him, but I'm gonna just tell you what you got for Snake Eyes.
Oh, I ain't got too much from Snake Eyes. To be honest with you, no. So I just got what it is, constructive criticism. That's what I got.
You didn't set the tone by going first, and you didn't, and in your round by you making him go first. In my opinion, you didn't set the tone with material and understanding the assignment. As to what I said. He's supposed to came on bombing away. You about to get the old rider Snake Eyes. I don't care if I think I'm better than you or you might stumble. This is about to be the best me ever. my return. I'm on caffeine. I'm saying it looks like I'm headline. I've been promoing the last 6 months. I'm doing me, kicking ass, got the belt. He's supposed to spaz. That's supposed to be one of the best rounds we heard that night to shut that fire around that Stumbles head. And I ain't gonna lie to you, G. I'm like, what is?
That's a fact.
This is what you had to tell the guy that you. I had to say it, G. The guy that you fought and they jumped you. This is what you had to say to him. This is what you had to say to him.
And all them was and them guys was there.
Yeah, still there, supporting. Both wheelchairs pulled up still, knowing that it might be drama. I'm going to the second round. One of those Stumbles.
He didn't show up to the face-off for you.
He was preparing. He had to get right. Gee, my man going to trial just to find out who told him. What's about life? My life, not yours. I'm telling you, man. Moral of the story: if your mother was better than my mother, your eye wouldn't look like that. We watched that interview and we was like, he might say something. Gee, to his credit, he didn't. Because you know why? He loved his mom, Dukes. He respect, and he always say, I'm a good nigga, respectfully. This is just going to his charisma, G. Now I'm looking like, wow, G. What did he say? Fuck who head snake, dog in the air, half baked. That 911 call different. The smell on the dead body would get the jazz face. I love fashion. It's amazing seeing something fly. And somebody hand on the pistol. I said, gee, that was fire. They had the fake stumble. Once again,
what did you think about that?
Gee, my heart dropped. I said, oh, okay, might be 1-1. I said, come on, this is your problem. I looked at, now this is what, it wasn't what I thought. I looked at Snake Eyes, right? Snake Eyes turned around, told them, calm down. He turned back around, you smile, his energy. You see him shrug his shoulders, now he feeling good, right? And then he come back. I'm back. That was a fake stumble. That ain't the problem. I had to lick a shot of tequila. The nigga snake at the bottom. It's really a worm, but we get it, Paul. He touched on it in the first round. Pause again. I don't like saying it, but he on that. You know what I'm saying about the message or another pump. This is a point fast when you're winning the fans back who got that to say about you because you're doing it in a fire way. That's what I'm saying. You can do anything as long as it's dope. That's how I always feel. So the second round, you know what I'm saying. Then he had you said you cried, said they, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't rocking with you. You tried to get KOTD and somebody else to get rocked. They couldn't get him. And he said, then you go to RBE trying to play dumb. Guess what? I got an ARP. This is gonna bring him back the way he came from. Smack one crazy. I know. Gee, this is like you did. He had the Cocoa Melon bar. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? They went crazy for it. I guess they just love Cocoa Melon bar. I heard some of the Cocoa Melon bar. I'm like, they're almost all the same, except one. All right, we'll talk about that in another block. We're gonna shut all that gas off and bring the heaters out to where you trying to make it home and end up at Jesus' house. Jesus, I swear to God, you touch me tonight, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Over there talking about I ain't touching. No, we beat you. Like he's saying, like he's admitting to what happened. Everything, you know what I'm saying? Like everything you saying, you're right. We beat you. That's right. I was corrected. I never said I did. I said we. Then he said. Then I gave the belt to Twerk, and he beat you in the ass. I said, oh my God, that's how you. It's gonna end that round. What you got, Snake Eyes?
I got constructive criticism for Snake Eyes in round 2. Let's go to round 3.
Okay, what's the constructive criticism for round 2? Is it the same as round 1? It must be the same as round 1. He got better in the, I ain't gonna lie. Round 2,
listen,
was rapid, but the moments wasn't there.
Listen, this is the thing.
And I want to say real shit. The crowd didn't come there to see you. They came there to see if Stumbles can get it together. That's what it felt like to me. Because you had some dope stuff. But even if they gave it up to you, I'm going material for material. In my opinion, you're still down 2-0. If I just forget the energy of the crowd, and I, you know what I'm saying, when I was listening to the bars and writing down, I'm not even writing this down
Yeah,
compared to
no,
what
what it is though, Snake Eyes, my opinion, Snake Eyes, he came with three, you know what I'm saying, 3 rounds, you know what I'm saying, 3 cool rounds, you know what I mean? But he didn't have no room rock, he didn't have no haymaker, you know what I'm saying? It was hot in that building for everybody, you know what I'm saying, or whatnot. You have to, that's why it's called crowd control. Things like that. That's your job. You know what I mean? If they getting, you know what I'm saying, falling asleep and not waking up and things like that and all that.
But what about some of that stuff that was supposed to? Okay, I say this. Maybe by the second round, after what Stumbles did, how he came in, and Stumble came in the second, and now it's your turn in second. We're up here. We're up here. You can't. So I know you're probably gonna start here, but you got to make it to here fast because
It's
what he
like
doing.
this. All drug talk, street talk, they was getting all the reaction. That's what it was all about that night. If you ain't had that, you had to be rapping some great shit for motherfuckers to really fucking
Shout
with
out,
you. Shout out to
JC.
JC.
Okay. I just think that these are not two of the best Snake Eyes rounds I've heard this year. I will put them on in the middle of the road somewhere, and this was in the middle of the road. Snake Eyes, I wanted to see. Third round, we get the Stumbles. G. You live at your father house. You live at your pop's house. Every year, y'all watch the ball drop. No, y'all watch the ball drop every year. The family come over for Sunday dinner. You already fucking there. Like he just, and it's like once again, is he gonna say anything about his parents? Anything? No. I'm just gonna correlate it to you. There's some good folks over there.
That's so good.
Because he could have said anything about the shower cap, the robe, her coming in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? None of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stomach for not doing that. Shout out Mom, you know what I'm saying? Mama Snake. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? What you tell him? You know what I'm saying? Tell you with your hands up. Where's the rent money? Where's the rent money? I can't get it out, G. Where's the rent money? Huh? God, I was trying to get that. Where's the rent money? Huh? It sounded like a father or uncle, G.
You know
Huh?
what I'm saying?
He said, you got to buy your own food when you get hungry. Where's the rent money? Huh? You got to buy your own food when you get hungry. What he said, I keep dropping Snake Eyes like trick dice. Long as I get my strap through, it's only 6 in a can. I held this bitch down more than Papoose. Shout out to that. I had one of them bars. I mean, erase it. I never recorded. I had one of those. He said, we going to get this straight. I light your crib up before Christmas Day. Chopper standing in front of the house like you and your daughter selling lemonade. 2Ks ready for rap. And they at the door. He on that 2K. He was up. G. I will literally turn a tough guy to somebody you got to babysit. Headshot for the rest of his life. You're going to have to eat with a baby bit. Arm out. Come up with something like when you got to go to work and you're trying to call out. What do you say? This niggas out here getting shot in broad daylight. I told my nigga let it go. He misunderstood and somebody lost their life. Doom, 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 doom. That's how we gonna do it. Fuck Snake Eyes. Fuck Cola. Fuck Black Carpet as a record label, a staff, motherfucking group. And if you down with them, fuck you too. Sue Surf, fuck you too. Tay Rock, you too. These niggas ain't the real dots. Me and my niggas, we got real dots. I'm like, gee.
And salute to him. He said to his boy they had the speaker, so it wasn't no URL, caffeine, none of that. They boy
Shout
had
out
the
to Tony,
speaker.
bro. Moved around, went to see what was going on. Somebody gave him a microphone, though. That's why you heard through the PA. Doom, doom, doom. That's why we were able to hear so good. Yeah. Shout out to the manager. Gotta do some damage control. I like that. You know what I'm saying? But all I say is this. From the get-go, me and you felt like Stumbles didn't do anything to earn a title shot. You shouldn't have gave him that title shot. You earned everything that you got, Snake Eyes, to this moment. You know what I'm saying? Your 6 months. It shouldn't be put on the line due to some shenanigans that happened. That's not how we doing it. But you stepped in there. So I'm still salute him as a real champion. Say
Suits
you
him
did
as a
not
real champ, and
understand.
he did start it. He did start it. So putting the belt up, hey, I understand
and
that
not
too.
continuing and handling it like a man. All jokes aside, like right. So,
You know what I'm
but
saying?
yeah, you understood the assignment as a man to let it go and get your business and opportunities more out of it. And maybe you know what I'm saying. Hey, but
Yeah,
you
and
didn't like
salute to
pull
them.
out
They got more. They got, like they say, they got bigger plates coming up. Salute,
ENS,
salute to Tay Rock.
JC.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Salute to Tay Rock, because Tay Rock, even he put out that he's still, you know what I'm saying, going to battle him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He said he just talking jokes or whatever. He said all jokes
Uh
aside,
huh.
you know what I'm
To his
saying,
personal
or whatnot. He still want to battle. F the
because of the
belt.
diehard
He
cave.
want to smoke with him still. So that still can go down on Midnight Madness. That'd be dope. Can't wait for that. You know what I mean? Salute to Snake Eyes. Salute to Stumbles. Like you said, man, I'm glad they was able to, you know what I'm saying, hash it out with
Shout
the
out to the
words,
men.
on stage, get
Yeah.
paid for it, promote it. I know Snake want a rematch at the end of the year from Stumbles. I don't know. We'll get back to it. You know what I'm saying? But look, shout out to them. Once again, they did announce Gnome. It's going down July 9th in Houston at the Bayou Center. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets and
I'm
everything.
stumbles. I'm taking.
Your boy will be
Worst we
out
can do
there.
is win a third battle. But go ahead, my bad. Pardon yourself.
You said you will take it?
Yeah, because even if I lose, worst we can do is say, we need a trilogy, man. That's two more checks. And interest. No matter who you getting, you and Snake Eyes will always be a rivalry because extra stuff. So y'all get more checks from it if you can, fellas.
Would you want it in a
At
Midnight
worst,
Madness settings? Because
where it's supposed
that Snake dealing with with the fans and these crowds. He, know what I'm saying, he always gonna have that uphill. Know what I'm saying, what's called, unless he come with them
yeah,
room rockers,
yeah,
stumble me this and stumble me that. You know what I mean? You got to
yeah.
come
Only
with
half
some.
the crowd was rocking with him with that when he did that. I'm like, because remember I said, I'm like, woo, gee, that's all it was. He didn't understand the excitement. He's like, this man cannot get it together for 3 rounds. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
I brought me I brought me 2 good rounds and an okay round, and it should be enough to be here.
But yeah,
But
y'all, known 12, July 9th. Your boy will be in the building, man, or whatnot. Like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all get the URL TV app. You know what I mean? That way you can support. And man, this has been UM5 recap and one off. Snubbo, any last words?
gee, I just want to know the surprise battle. Let's get it.
Salute to JC
Swamp.
and Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, they going for the 100K game.